Hello, darlings. Hello. Busy, busy, busy day. But I did not want to leave you hanging on today. So we're going to be here. We're going to give you a little hour now. So I'm hoping stick with us, okay? And I hope you're here early. I said it in my community tab. You only got us for an hour tonight, but I didn't just not want to show up at all. Plus, this story is buzzing on the timelines, and I thought we should dissect, but I don't think it's going to take us more than an hour to do this. And if it does, we shall revisit. So welcome to another episode of On the Block with Jen. Don't forget, tomorrow is Freaky Friday, and Mr. Justin, the Dom coach, the man who teaches men to be more dominant, will be spinning the block tomorrow, and he'll be with us here on Freaky Friday. But for today, I have an interesting topic regarding Jonathan Majors, the actor. How are you, Patricia? Good to see you. The actor, Jonathan Majors, is hitting our timelines. There's controversy. They're like, it's half and half. 50% of the people think he's attractive. 50% of the people think he's not attractive. I've seen it go both ways. And I'm starting to see that if you don't like how he looks, you're anti-black, right? And even if you're black, okay, if you're a black woman and you don't like his looks, you're anti-black. So I'm going to show you what black women have been saying about Jonathan Majors. With that said, let me bring up my people before I go another further, because we only have an hour for you guys today. So we're going to give it to you quickie form. Today's a quickie. So let me bring up the lovely and talented Lily from YB Limited. How are you, doll?
Ain't nothing wrong with a little quickie every now and then.
Hello. Lily. First of all, I want to bring people up to date, okay? Jonathan Majors, a lot of people know his face. They may not know of his films. Like, sometimes we know an actor's face, but it's like that actor from, that thing, right?
Yeah.
So just to remind people, on Jonathan Majors' IMDb right now, he was in films called The Harder They Fall. He was in Loki, Lovecraft Country. He was the lead in Lovecraft Country. A lot of people liked Lovecraft Country. He was in The Five Bloods with Chadwick Boseman, Jungleland, Gully, Captive State, The Last Black Man in San Francisco, Out of the Blue, White Boy Rick, Hostels. I mean, the man is working. Ant-Man is coming, and the Wasp, he'll be in that. Magazine Dreams, Devotion. So listen, this man, he is on and popping.
You didn't even got to put up the picture. He fine already. He working.
Right. He's good. The man is good. Jonathan Majors is good. Here's the thing. Before this even happened, Lily, I promise you, I couldn't stand his face. Okay? Now, at the time, I wasn't thinking, I don't like a black man's face. I don't like a man's face. I get easily irritated, right? Because I study actors. And Jonathan Majors, to me, has that one note of acting where he scrunches up his forehead and purses his lips in every scene. And if I'm lying, I'm fine. Go look at any movie that he is in. Okay, follow us. Go look at any movie that he's in. He does this thing. This is the look on every emotion. Mad, sad.
Lisa Ray.
Yes, thank you. Lisa Ray. And listen, it doesn't mean you're a horrible actor. It just means you're one note. It's just like a singer who can't hit all those octaves, and then comes Mariah Carey, right? Both of them are singers. It's just your taste, right? So he annoyed me in that way. And every time I see his face, I'm like, why does he squeeze his face like that? That's why he has all them lines on his forehead. Like, why? Relax your face. But I'm not here to coach him in acting, right? The man is doing very, very well. Right. He doesn't need any of us to tell us how he should be acting. So fast forward. And this was like from a couple years back, from when I first saw him on The Five Bloods and Lovecraft Country. I'm like, oh, they cast this guy, right? Aside from that, I think he's a pretty decent actor. Okay, aside from that, he's a pretty decent actor. But there are Puerto Rican actors I don't like. Jennifer Lopez is one of them. There are white actors I don't like, right? Am I anti-Puerto Rican because I don't like Jennifer Lopez's acting? I don't know. Apparently.
You can give Jennifer a lot of things.
Yeah, right? So apparently this has grown some big hairy legs, as I say, and it's turned into, is preference synonymous with self-hate? Now, with that said, Lily, I'm going to pass the mic to you so you can tell me what you've heard, but I'm going to read the type of things that Black women have been saying about Jonathan Majors online. And you tell me, or chat, you tell me, does that teeter totter into self-hate,
I'm a little
anti-Blackness?
scared. I'm scared to hear what the people are saying. What are the people saying?
Okay. All
Ooh.
right. This is what they're saying online about Mr. Majors. And I'll tell you what I think of it. Okay, so they've been saying things like his looks would probably pass during slavery, but not now, just hideous. That was one woman. And she's actually certified on Twitter. Another woman said, bro looked like a horny ass freedom fighter. Okay. Another woman said, he's like civil rights attractive, but outside of that era, it's a no for me. Okay. Someone else said, this is Jonathan Major's Stan account. Yeah, God did his thing, civil rights face and all.
Got you.
Okay. Someone else said, and there's the last one I'll read, and then we could dissect. I completely see how mammies find him attractive, though. It makes sense. All you really have to be as a Black man, ugly or not, and he has muscles, so they're losing their minds, and he has a biracial child, Black women will love him down. Those are the types of things that are being said. So, are they rough to say publicly? Fuck yeah. But let me tell you, every Black friend I've had, them and I go at each other roast. Okay. I've been called rice and beans, burrito. I've said, yeah, I'd buy you if you were on sale. I love you to death. So behind closed doors.
I was just about to say, you just said friend,
Right.
rapport,
Right.
behind closed doors, kitchen table talk,
Yes.
all of those things.
And a lot of my network is, guess what? My favorite people in the world, comedians.
Exactly.
So
And
we're ruthless. We're
right,
ruthless with each other.
my whole family are comedians. Like not
Okay.
me, but but they're comedians. Like they're funny as hell, and everyone is on the block. Like we don't care. Cerebral palsy, autism,
Correct.
transgender. We don't care. Everybody. Okay.
Right.
So that's why I have tough skin. I
Mm-hmm.
encourage everyone to hang out with comedians or just hang out with my family.
Mm-hmm.
Build your skin up.
Mm-hmm.
But this goes beyond his looks. There's a lot.
Uh-oh.
There's a
Well,
lot here.
let's hear it, Lily.
Now, let me qualify myself for this conversation real quick.
Okay.
I happen to be, and me and Bessie talk about this all the time.
Okay.
Bessie and I both. We happen to be the people who enjoy ethnic features, African features, broad noses, big lips, melanated skin.
Mm-hmm.
Like when I say love,
Okay.
that's my preference. That's my fave. At the same time, because that's my preference, when I see something that's not my preference, I'm not going to bash it because it's not my preference. It's just not my preference. It's going to go over my head. Everyone's going to be gushing over somebody in particular, and I'm just going to be like, it doesn't do it for me. But hey, if you like it, I love it. Keep moving. This goes beyond that. This goes beyond that.
You think?
I do.
Okay.
And I also say, before I get called a hypocrite, because I mean in this case I'm not, the thing is, I always say people are allowed to be racist, prejudiced, assholes, like all of, like you have a right to be all of those things. It's just that what it's saying is, and I think we've touched on this a lot, there's a lot of self-hatred in our community. It really, it's prevalent in so many things, and for them to volunteer this, because to leave a nasty comment, like you have to really, like, that takes energy, it takes time, and you took time out of your day, you took energy out of your day to leave a comment that does come off anti-Black. It doesn't come off anti-preference. It's coming off, to me, is anti-Black. Because you could have said, I don't, you could just say he's ugly.
Mm-hmm.
You could have just said he's ugly.
I confess I've said that.
Right. You can
I'm like, his fucking face. Stop squeezing your face in between lines. Stop it.
That's, you know what I'm saying? So like that's different. But like, what's up, Shelly?
Hey.
But
hey, darling.
Descriptions,
I put this up close.
You put us like
we're giving the whole Destiny's Child emotions video. I'm loving it.
We so are. I didn't mean to do that, but it's okay. They like our faces.
Right in your eyes. How y'all lovelies doing?
It's so
really
funny because
good. Good to see you,
friends was
Shelly.
watching us. I showed a couple of my friends, the friends I was telling you about earlier, Jen. One of the episodes, and they was like, "Oh wow, that Jen and that Shelly is so pretty." Like,
oh, thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you. So let's jump out the window here. Haran said, "God forbid, whatever God you subscribe to." A black man said, "A black woman got a Sister Soldier jawline and Emmett Smith shoulders."
Oh, okay. I don't know what he was trying to say, but what I'm going to say is,
I don't know if that's the same.
It is kind of the same, but see, the thing is, usually I'm more surprised. I'm actually more surprised that these comments are being aimed toward a man. Because typically when a woman has broad nose, big lips, melanated skin, kinky hair, you really see the anti-black, because it's like the undertones of they attribute those features to more masculinity.
Right.
Okay.
You know, so they kind of just let it slide when it's a male. So that's another reason. That's why I wanted to add that in. That's another reason why this is like, wow, this is different. Not different, but this is like kind of, I guess if it was a woman, sadly enough, it wouldn't have probably registered, because we're so used to the colorism and the texturism and the featureism.
Okay, so let's pause there for a second, right? Let's pause there for a second, because that is very important. Do you think, because we all admit it, we all acknowledge things are evolving. People have wings and batteries in their back now with social media. Are black women now coming out swinging the way men have come out swinging about their looks? Are they coming out now? I mean, we heard Michelle Obama look like a man for 8 years. Serena Williams as well. So if Serena didn't have them ass and them titties, okay, she would have been dragged from here to Africa. But because she had them that ass and them titties, the men were like, "Yeah, I'd smash."
But they still looked at her as hard. She was still so hard. Softness to her.
So that's a great point, Lily. So are women like, oh, we're going to get you now. We're going to make you feel how you guys made us feel. I do want to acknowledge what Patricia said, because it's kind of like how I feel, right? But I still want to dissect. Patricia said, Jonathan Majors is not attractive to me. I don't see how he's sexy. She also said, you can't force someone to be attracted to someone else. I totally agree. And here's the thing, really quickly, let me tell you a story. I follow some blurred groups on Facebook, and they posted all those new pictures from Ebony magazine of him. And I was like, no, thanks. And this guy jumped down my throat because he was like, what, that's a black man and he looked good and you got to criticize. I just said, no, thanks, motherfucker. I didn't say anything else. I just said, I just said, no, thanks. You know, but thankfully the guys in that group, they run the group very diplomatically. And they said, why are you telling her, why are you jumping down her throat? If she doesn't like the guy, she doesn't like the guy. She didn't say anything else about him. She just said, no, thanks. And I said, no, thanks, jokingly. In my opinion, he's a butterface. But that's my opinion. I'm one person. Right. Who cares?
Right. And that's the thing. There's nobody on the face of this earth that everybody's going to find attractive.
Right.
So it is a such thing as preference. It exists. Like literally, there are people that people gush over that I'm like, they're not attractive at all to me. And I understand that that's to me. I'm not going to sit there and try to make you not be attracted to him. And you damn sure not going to make me be attracted to him either. Yeah. Now,
Right.
when we cross the line, I just think that the sting, it does come off harder when it's a black woman saying it to the black king. Now,
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Where we going? Where we going, Lily?
I have a point.
To your point, I'm thinking, I'm mulling, I'm sipping slow over. Is it?
I'll sip.
You know, is it a little bit of see how this feels to get your features torn apart? Not saying it's right, but I'm sipping slow on that one because it could be it. It could be a part of it. I think that you can't take that out. You can't negate that because women get it all
the time.
I mean, women's bodies gets picked apart. I mean, Lord, from the guy with the beer belly. The guy with the beer belly will pick a woman's body apart.
Okay, so let me co-sign that because that's something I've always said. I said, why isn't it the guy shaped or built like Jason Momoa or Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson constantly picking apart women's bodies? Is always the guy with the gut, or the guy that's halfway attractive or average at best. He always has the most to say about a woman's hair, body, nose, tits, ass. It's never like a really fine, you know what I'm saying? It's never like a really fine guy because they live in a different realm entirely. So now the shoe is on the other foot. But again, I ask the question, is preference synonymous with self-hate automatically, right? Like I noticed the man who got offended in the blurred group that I follow was a black man. He felt attacked, I guess, because I said no thanks, right? So isn't it more their issue than your preference? Because I told you guys before, I worked on a reality show and there was a Puerto Rican man there, and we had not to be coupled up, but it was a dating show and it was like 5 guys. One of them was black, one of them was Puerto Rican, 2 of them were white. So when I was in the car with the Puerto Rican guy, he was like, "Oh, I don't date Puerto Rican women," and I was like, "Cool, I don't date Puerto Rican men. It's whatever." I wasn't destroyed because because he said he don't dig Puerto Rican women and he's Puerto Rican. So I'm like, I didn't automatically flip to you're anti Puerto Rican. I don't give a fuck who you would date unless I want to date you.
Right. Right.
I think it's preference. It's just preference.
It is preference.
What you like is what you like.
But Jen just hit on something. We can't negate that. You only really care when it's somebody that you're attracted to. Because if it was somebody that you weren't like, it just literally goes over your head. We walk past people we're not attracted to all day, every day.
All day.
There's nothing for us, right? But if that person that we're like, ooh, and then they turn around and be like, ugh, you're gonna feel it,
right?
You're gonna feel the same. You're not, depending on where you're at in your whole self-acceptance journey, right? That'll determine if you break apart and go into tears or not. With the whole trans thing and stuff like that, there's men that'll be like, I don't, not my thing. Not his thing. It's okay. It doesn't make him anti anything. Not attracted. Like, it's just not attracted to me. So it's okay. I just don't understand. I do. I'm about to say I don't understand. I do understand it. It's coming from the unaddressed trauma, with which we've been addressing a lot on the show lately, is a lot of unaddressed trauma,
I just want to remind everybody holding me down in the chat, don't forget you can support the show On the Block with Jen and Cash App. You can also super chat me underneath the chat box. Thank you kindly. So let me ask a question, ladies. It's a thin line, apparently. It's a thin line, but is it getting to the point, because the hypersensitivity is through the roof now, right? In all communities. In all communities, there's a war going on right now with Puerto Ricans, with reggaeton, and who started reggaeton and who are the leader, and New York Puerto Ricans versus Puerto Rico Puerto Ricans. It's a mess in every community. Social media has just blown up the most minute issues, and now they're nuclear, right? Never mind the government is fucking us all, right? But now our little problems in our communities are like they're blown out of proportion, right? So where is the line? Is it to the point where we can't say anything at all publicly without offending people? Can I say, I don't think Jonathan Majors is attractive, great body for Creed, because before Creed, he was even more unattractive to me because he was a little stick figure with a big bobblehead that I didn't find attractive.
And we know that's not your preference.
Correct.
It's a matter of preference. It is.
But now, guess what? His body is my preference. What they did to his body for this upcoming movie, Creed, is my preference. But I still don't like his face. Right? So where is the line? Like, these women, the tweets that I read, jokingly, that's what I would tell my friends. And my friends would rag on me, right? And it's funny. We would laugh, right?
And be done
were these women trying to be funny? Can you not be funny in public anymore? Because remember, Chappelle was attacked as well. And he's a comedian. That is what he does for a living. So we can't just say that, keep it behind closed doors because that's where it's supposed to be. Because now even comedians can't say what they want to say, and they're telling jokes. So where is the line? What, I have to watch how I say I'm not attracted to somebody because apparently I said no thanks, and that was an issue.
Yeah. No thanks. That's not up for, that should even be up for negotiations about colorism, racism, or anything like that. That's clearly someone's trauma. That's their shit. Let them have it.
Mm-hmm.
Now, it's funny that you bring
ahead.
that up because this is something that I was contemplating on earlier today. I was kind of laughing about when I first joined social media and I didn't know nothing about nothing. And I come from that family I told you about. We have dark humor. We are not politically correct. And so I would just put little jokes, and I mean, they will go through it. And I'm like, oh, okay. And then I think we've also met those people that even in person, because things can get lost in text translation, but then there's people who that literally just don't get sarcasm or don't get jokes. So
At all.
they're very, very, very literal. So I had to realize that as well. But the thing is, there is a level, I don't want to call it social responsibility. I don't want to call it that because you're just a regular person with a damn social media platform. You really don't have much social responsibility.
Right.
But just understand that something like that in today's climate leaves a lot of room for scrutinization. So just understand, by putting that particular comment, it's going to come flooded with a lot of other comments.
Stuff. Yeah.
That's it.
Okay, so really quickly, I want to read the tweets just once more because I see a lot more people in the room, and I hope y'all are clicking like because y'all ran in here. So I hope y'all clicking like, lurking like a motherfucker. Let me read these tweets. Vegaverse says Jonathan Majors was really built in Lovecraft Country. He had abs and more muscles than 90% of the NBA players at least. Well, here's the thing. I didn't watch Lovecraft Country because I don't like him, right? Now, if he was built in Lovecraft Country, they aren't brandishing his body until now because Creed is coming out.
Right.
And Creed is all athlete, muscle bound. So if he looked like that, the way he looks now, if he looked like that in Lovecraft Country, I surely missed it in the trailer. I'll just say that because I think I would have noticed that body. But, I know they're going to promote him now more as kind of like a sex symbol, which is crazy because he's opposite Michael B. Jordan. So good luck with that. But I know they're trying to promote him now. You know what I mean? Like,
it was funny. Michael B. Jordan's not my type.
And he's not.
He does nothing for me.
You took it out of my mouth.
Nothing. Absolutely.
I think Michael B. Jordan is cute, but his personality is not my type. I don't like his personality. Like, I don't like guys that he gives me, I know I'm fine. Yeah. And I don't like those guys.
Yeah, maybe that's what it is. It's like, oh, child, bye.
Right. I don't like the guys that are like, oh, I know I'm fine. I'm more like, you know what I mean? Like Chadwick Boseman, that regal, like, I'm young, gifted, and black, and it just radiates, right? Michael B. Jordan's like, I'm fine. I know I'm fine. I'm fine. Right. So I don't like those personalities. So there are a lot more people in the room. I'm going to go ahead and read these tweets for anyone that missed it. Please hit that like and subscribe. Support the channel with your pocket, mi gente. Gracias. Tweet. His looks would probably pass during slavery, but not now. Just hideous. I mean, Shorty said hideous. Brother looks like a horny ass freedom fighter.
They're mean.
Right.
He's like civil rights attractive, but outside of that era, it's a no from me. This is a Jonathan Major Stan account. God did his thing. Civil rights face and all. Oh, I completely see how mammies find him attractive. It makes sense. All you really have to do is be a black man, ugly or not. And he has muscles, so they're losing their minds. Oh, and he has a biracial child. Black women will love him down. Now, the funny thing is that I get what they mean by civil rights face, because you know how, and white films do this too. When they do an era piece, right? Like back in the 1920s, or like if you watch Gatsby, like Hollywood has the knack for casting people that look like they existed back then. But they're not the common faces now, which is weird. Like all our faces changed.
I understood that. When I saw that, I was...
You got it, Lily.
I got it.
So
the thing is, I'm always, when I'm in here by myself and something will pop up like that, I'm like, oh my God, I just got canceled. It's just me in here. Because I'll just start busting out laughing. I'm like, if someone saw how hard I laughed at this is horrible. This is not good. Just saying.
So when you see a period piece, right, it's like, how the fuck did they get like a bunch of women? And you could say something, even, well, not so much now. They don't do it as good now as they used to. But you watch, like, Peaky Blinders. I watch Peaky Blinders. I'm like, how the fuck do they get all these men that look like they existed back in the 1900s? It's incredible. And they do that. So I get what they mean. Like, he would fit great in a movie, a slave movie or a Selma movie. I get it. You're not going to get, like, let's say, I don't know, give me somebody who's really fine and black, like Michael B. Jordan, in my opinion, wouldn't fit in a slave movie. Like I think he, I think he would stick out.
Yeah, he would. He has that whitewashed look. That whitewashed America.
Jamie Foxx can play a good slave movie.
Yes.
Jamie Foxx has a look of a slave.
Right.
Yes. That's it. People are gonna go wild. People are gonna go wild with this stream. People are gonna go wild with this stream. Shelly said he got a slave, but we're talking about casting. We're talking about casting. I've cast, things before. Lily has cast. We're talking from that seat. All right. This is how Hollywood talks. We sit in fucking chairs and we're like, who would be good for this role? Right. Shit. I was just telling Haran earlier. I had to read for a Mexican. I don't look like a Mexican woman. So of course the girl that got the role looked Mexican. In Hollywood, that really happens. Do you look this part? That's all we're talking about. That is all we're talking about here. So it's like the cuter a guy is, right, the less I think he fits in those roles, unless you're going to make him like the house Negro who's the son of the master and all that other shit. Like casting is not easy. It's complicated, right? Like picture Halle Berry in the role that Lupita Nyong'o had in 12 Years a Slave.
Well, they did try to put Julia Roberts in for Harriet Tubman, but we're not going to, I digress.
I remember that. I remember that. That was like, but wasn't that an abstract type of depiction or some situation that was going on? Wasn't it like
I've gone back and tried to find a way out for this white man, because I'm like, clearly you ain't as dumb. Like I haven't even got to racism yet. You just dumb as hell.
Like how you go? How?
Because I was thinking they were doing that like on purpose for like controversy, because all shit's gonna break loose. But so that's what I mean. Like Lupita Nyong'o fit in that role. Halle Berry would have looked dumb in that role, but Lupita Nyong'o also gets to play this fucking powerhouse princess in Wakanda. So it's just about casting, and it's just about a look. It's not about, my opinion. It's not about, I get what they were saying. The whole, he has a civil rights face or whatever. I get it. I don't
He
know
has
if
a
his,
face of hardness. He has a
yeah,
nose. His whole face don't fit his whole body.
yeah.
It doesn't.
I just think he would look better. He's not going to do it because you could tell his habit. If he just stopped doing this, like just stop
Now you gonna
doing
have me going
that.
back looking.
Oh, he even does it in his pictures, Lily. Even in his this is his look.
Okay.
That's his look, and it fucking annoys me when I watch him. It's distracting, and I hate when actors have like a distracting twitch to them. Like I'm like, relax your face. He does it so much. His whole forehead is
crunches. Yeah,
it's like this permanently.
I worked with this model that back when I was managing, I signed her like when I first started to manage.
Mm-hmm.
She was like that. She had one good signature look. That bitch was
right.
She was going to do this.
That's what right there. Some people have that go-to look. Jennifer Lopez does it. She does this on the carpet.
Yeah, and she actually did a whole breakdown on how she achieves that look.
Really?
Yes, I remember it was a long time ago. I'm gonna see if I can find it so I can send it to you. But
when the paparazzi
she does.
Yeah, she does this.
Pretend like you're blowing.
Okay, that's what it is. I'm just like, it looks like she's about to sneeze every time, but whatever.
No,
what do I know?
It works for her.
She's blowing.
It works for her. She's like this every carpet.
Yeah.
Thank you for the super chat, Don Vaughn. All right, so the chat is popping a little bit. The chat is spicy a little bit. I want to read some of these. The chat is spicy. JB says, "Do I look like a slave?" Let me help you out, JB. First of all, I'd need to see your picture. Your profile picture is tiny, but here's the thing: do you look like a slave? That's a loaded question. Now, if I was casting a slave film, would you be a good actor for a slave film? That's a different question. That's what we're talking about. Because I don't think we've said anybody looks like a slave. How do you look like a slave, right? And slaves came in all flavors and colors. Puerto Ricans were slaves in Hawaii. So what does that mean, right?
White people were slaves.
Right, white people were slaves, right? So do you look like a slave? I can't see your picture, but I think the better question would be, could you be convincingly cast as someone, like play a part of a slave? Like, I don't even think Will Smith was convincing in Emancipation. And I didn't watch that movie. I didn't watch it. It's just not interesting to me. But
yeah, I heard the movie was good, but I'm not interested in another.
Yeah, I'm just
movie. It's a lot of them, and they get some people get aggravated by them because it just be so much.
Yeah. That's why I loved freaking. Oh, thank you for bringing her up. Thank you for bringing her up because she's one of my favorite actresses. Oh Lord, Amira Van. She's actually half Puerto Rican, half Black. And she was in what was it? Underground. Ooh,
Underground was everything.
Let me tell you, and I usually don't like. I'm not a fan of slave movies or slave series. Underground was bananas.
Yes. The cinematography, the music,
acting,
the wardrobe, the
Amira
hair,
Van,
everything.
And she's Puerto Rican, right? And she played one of the leads. She was a house Negro, her and her children, and she was fucking amazing. She was amazing. So yeah, see, Amira Van has that type of look. She's not dark skinned with a wide nose. Some people just look like they play the part. Would I put Halle Berry in Amira Van's role? No, because I don't think she looks the part, right? Unless you're talking, many generations down when, the sexual assaults kept happening, right? And then the slaves, we looked more mixed. Right. But no, I wouldn't have cast her in a role like Amira Van had. Absolutely not.
It's so funny thinking about this. Like a lot of these internet people would never be able to go through casting if they if they only knew, first of all, God, what we go through as actors and models.
Absol's in the marketplace.
Every day, every day we're told we're not, like, our nose is too big, too small, we're too light, we're too dark, we're too short, we're too tall. This is every single day of our existence.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the first thing.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the nice version that we're going to get. Because
Mm-hmm.
if you're in the actual office when they're doing casting,
Yep.
man,
Yep.
I'm talking, there'll be a lot of hurt feelings out here.
To answer, Adam Hearn said, Jen, who would you like to play Roberto Clemente? Look up Modesto Lassen. He's Puerto Rican, dark-skinned Puerto Rican man. Modesto Lassen is, I think, the only one that could do Roberto Clemente. That's who I would cast. All right, Modesto Lassen. He's an amazing actor.
But you know, Zoe Sanders, she did Nina Simone. I think she did that pretty good.
Zoe Saldana.
She pulled it off. Like,
hated it.
People,
it was a lot of
people
controversy
didn't
behind
like her for the movie. They gave her, it was her. The feedback was horrible because they was like, why couldn't you find somebody that looked more like her?
I hated it. I absolutely
so good.
I hated it. I thought that she was reaching. I think Zoe, I think she let her ego get the best of her. Where some actors are like, I can do anything. I'm a thespian.
Right.
And
right.
I think she dropped the ball there because the prosthetic nose, the darkening of the skin. Yeah, the huge prosthetic nose. When there was so many black actresses that would have did that, you know what I mean?
Oh.
But Hollywood does a thing where they like controversy, or they like the it girl. They cast the it girl, even if she doesn't fit.
Michelle Obama.
Oh,
that was. Let me tell you. You don't remember that, Shelly?
No.
Oh God. Okay, so let me tell you how I did. Yes. Let me tell you.
I'm puzzled. I'm like,
as soon as we get off of here, Shelly, go look it up. We can't make this up. So I see this advertisement of it pop up on my Facebook feed. I guess they had a sponsored post.
Y'all,
I really thought it was a parody. I thought it was a joke.
Me too.
I really did. I was like, and so I'm laughing. I'm thinking like, oh, Viola Davis, you were so silly, girl.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Right. And I'm like, oh, she must be on SNL this upcoming weekend. And then it was like Showtime. And then I was like, you all are. No.
I can't. No, I have to look that up.
Horrible, Shelly.
No, it was bad. It was bad. Let me see if I can.
I have to look that up when I get off.
The first thing you do when you log off, you have to look that up.
I will. Most definitely I will. That is crazy. That ain't even a match at all.
Yeah, she was doing this weird perch of her lips, and she would turn like this.
Because Michelle, she has like a slight underbite with her teeth.
Slight underbite.
It's a bad. I thought it was, so she talks kind of like, you know what I mean? Like, right. She talks like that. So, oh my God, Viola, I guess she wanted to put an emphasis on that underbite. And it was just absolutely, I have the picture here. It was pure comedy. I was like, but again, sometimes I think ego gets the best of these actors and they're like, I'm a thespian and I can pull this off.
I can do it, right.
I personally do not think, because it wasn't a handicap, right? Michelle Obama, that's just how she talks. Some people have a lisp, you know what I mean? It's not a handicap, so I thought it was silly for Viola Davis to put such an emphasis on that. She could have spoke like a regular person and still pulled off Michelle Obama, I just thought it was like super fucking silly. Well, but I got the picture here. I'll show it to you.
I have got
and she talked like this throughout the series, and she got dragged online, and she didn't like that she got dragged. But I'm like, sometimes you win some, you lose some. You lost that one, Mama. That was horrible.
I actually just last Friday, had called a meeting with the director that I've been working with, and I had to pull out of a project that was a film project. And I was gonna be like main character, but when I looked at it, I was like, am I tripping or is he tripping? Because I don't feel like I can. I'm one that's always down for a challenge, right? Especially artistic. I am that person. I'm a thespian. Like I am that person, right? But then I'm not delusional either. I'm like, hold up, because I'm also vain. So I'm like, we're not gonna put me on the screen. We're not doing it.
Crazy.
So I called my good friend, who's also my acting coach, and I said, okay, listen, Tanya, this is what they want me to play, blah, 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 da, da, da. And she was like, okay, look, let me tell you something. She's like, I'm a bad bitch, right? When it comes to this acting thing. I know my stuff. She was like, but even if I got that would be so difficult for me that I would have to have these things in place. Like I would have to have a dialect coach on site for every like scene, because that's a big commitment for a trained actor. I'm not trained yet. I'm not,
Right,
fluent in it
right.
yet. And so
You know your limits. Like
that was my limit, baby. That was my limit.
yeah. So this is the picture, and this picture here is basically how she kept her face. Every line, it was the most ridiculous. And you're right, Lily. It looked like a Saturday Night Live parody. I was like, she did. Come on, this is Michelle Obama. You did Michelle Obama so bad.
Horrible.
They're not even the
You
same
did.
color.
Look, hold on. This is her. This is the look she had. Fuck, where are you?
And you gotta hear it, Shelly. When you hear it,
Yeah, I'm like itching. Like,
Oh, the way it heard, the way it sounded is even worse than how it looks.
really, the sound is.
But you know, do you know Barack? Like I was like, what the fuck are you doing, lady?
Yes. There you go.
Oh no.
Yes.
That was her face throughout the entire series. Why did she do this to us? Why did she do this to
like
us?
she was smelling shit the entire.
Never seen that.
Like she was smelling shit the entire.
And you know what I think would have helped, honestly, if she wanted to be this, you know what I mean, authentic with Michelle, then she should have got prosthetic teeth on the bottom that stick out, because I think that would have automatically made her talk like someone who has an underbite. So as you can see here, she didn't get the fake teeth, and she's doing it with her mouth.
Yeah, that's not even. No, I have got to screen this. Oh my gosh, I'm going to be up in the bed tonight going.
No, you'll laugh. You'll keep it pushing. Thank you for the super chat, Haran DeMarco. Haran says, I was told I was built like a field nigga. Shrugs. It's the shoulders and the bald head, I suppose. A field nigga.
Field nigga. That means you big and black.
Right. Ain't nothing wrong with that.
I hate to say it.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Kevin Samuels Ghost says, do y'all think Malcolm Jamal Warner is handsome? It's funny. I was just watching him yesterday on a cop series, and I was like, Malcolm, Theo got a little look to him. But again, he's another one of those actors that holds his face a certain way all the time. And I don't like those actors. It's annoying. Like he's constant this all the time.
He is, but I do find him handsome. I do.
Yeah, I even checked his height yesterday. I ain't gonna even go lie. I was like, how tall?
He looks
5'11". 5'11". Yeah, he looked tall in the series. I was like, how tall is Theo?
He's tall.
Yeah,
not a fan. Yeah, he's tall. He's nice.
Yeah,
right?
Okay, he's okay.
He looks better now. He looks better now.
He's aging
as an older man.
Well. Mm-hmm. He's not aging like Kadeem Hardison.
Right. Oh, Kadeem. He just had a couple burgers. We love him, but he had a couple burgers too many. You got to watch out for that as you get older, health wise and stuff.
Right.
Okay. I believe only women and children picked in the field. The men did the other tasks. That's not true. Oh. What's up, Cass Johnson? Thank you from the love all the way from Star's channel.
It looks like Star sent a lot of people here. Thank you, Star.
I know. Thank you so much. That's my peoples.
Right. Legend, icon.
The troll babies always pull up to harass me.
His former co-host started following me.
Oh.
She's trying to come back into the mix now. Miss
The
Jones.
the white voice came up to crack his whip. Pause.
He's like, I heard y'all was talking about slaves over there.
What's up, no I was like, my goodness. Nobody, no men up here, no.
Like
no, Haran is doing family time, which we encourage, so we can't interrupt that. So he's peeking in every now and then.
George isn't in here throwing down. I mean, come on.
George was here earlier. I think he bounced. He was probably like, I ain't jumping in that.
He got
what I won't do.
Last one. He probably don't want to say no words.
Right. What I won't do on this Good Thursday. I've had enough race talk for 1 week. Thank you very much.
I know, right?
I know. Oh Lord, I'm gonna have to chop that up and start sharing it. Let's get some views up in this bitch.
Honey, they get in their feelings.
Yeah, we was watching it today.
Oh, for real? I haven't played it back. I have not played it back. It was so messy that I had to wait.
My client was watching. Oh, my client's in love with you.
Oh, for real? Hi, client.
Yeah, very in love with you. So I'm like, oh, this Jen lady. That was so funny.
Not the Jen lady.
The Jen lady was like, this Jen lady. Like, oh my God. Like,
I love it.
Doing their makeup and they had to keep picking up the phone. Like, hold on, I gotta see who's talking and see what.
That is so sweet. I'm like, listen, people either really love me or really hate me. I'll take them both long as you watch.
It's one of the two.
You know, I realize why I live for you so much. I think you and my brother's birthday the same day.
When?
He's the 27th of
December. Okay, no, not the same day, but right.
The 29th or the 27th. Yeah, I couldn't remember if he was the 27th or the 29th.
Yeah. Oh, but we like something. December, end of December, Capricorns, we something.
Yeah.
I'm Capricorn, but not December.
Oh, see,
January?
January 5th.
January. Oh, so you're nicer than us. January caps are nicer than December caps.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm nice. I'm a little softy.
Yeah.
January caps are better. Yeah, January caps set it up. December caps come in and scorch the earth.
See, you December ones. I'm gonna tell you how you all are, because my brother's like this too. Y'all both. This is where I live. It's so funny. The nicest people will do anything for you. The best friend, the most loyal, they will take up for you. But them motherfuckers will snap and like you be like, what happened to the nice take up for me person? That one that what happened to them? And then we'll go back like nothing happened.
Exactly.
Because my brother like that, he snaps. The nicest person you ever meet, but will snap like quicker than me. He snaps quicker than me, and then you just kind of have to let it run its course.
Right.
Don't try to calm him down or whatever. Just let him run his course. It takes me longer to snap, but when I do, you'll think I was possessed by the devil. Like,
that's how I am. It takes me a minute to get there. Like, I have to be provoked.
Somehow that is not hard to believe. Okay.
You look like that, you know, Lily. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah.
90s man said slaves looked every type of way.
There's a certain type of look.
There was a look. There was a look. That's like saying you know, watching a Japanese film and be like, no, them Japanese people looked every type of way. There's a look. Culturally, there's a look. Irish people have a look. Puerto Ricans have a look. Everybody has there was a look.
They were Africans coming out of West Africa.
Deep Africa.
Right.
They weren't coming out of North Africa. Now we can go into debate with that because, you know, but they were coming out of West Africa. So a lot of them still had their African features. That's all. Yeah. Until they got a little watered down. That's it. That's history. I know we want to be woke in 2023. I get it.
Yeah.
You know.
No, I do not. Adam Hearn, do I like slave play? No, I do not. Homie, don't play that. No, I don't like it in any way, shape, or form. I know what you're talking about. A lot of chicks in porn that do that. No, I will cut your dick off if you're a white man. You come anywhere near me.
Speaking of white men, no saying, what did you think about those tweets?
I missed the talk about the tweets. So what are we?
I don't, to Black Republican, I don't vote at all. Never voted, never will. I'm not even registered. That's a whole other show.
Yeah, can we? Well, I don't know. I would love to do that show because
let's do that show. That's a whole other show. No gods, no masters here.
I really try not to get into that conversation unless we're on something
that's
like
a heated one too.
Yes, because I'm very passionate about that.
Yeah. We can go there. I give zero damns. We can go there. I ain't scared to talk about nothing. It's funny. Somebody
we talk about religion, like we can go there.
I don't give a rat's ass.
People go ran.
So no Saint, you're late so really quickly because we're only doing an hour tonight. This here is an actor. His name is Jonathan Majors. That is what he looked like before the workout. In the pink hat. That's what he looks like now after the Creed makeover. He's fighting against Creed in the next Creed coming up versus Michael B. Jordan. So basically, it's really split. Some women think he's fine, and some women are like, no, he is not. He's a butterface. I was one of those people. And so the tweets got what people think are anti-black and really racial. Right. So it begs the question, is preference synonymous with self-hate, or are these women just saying out loud what they think? And we all agree that he does have a face that would cast well in a slavery or oppression film.
An oppression movie, yeah.
Right. We agree that he would cast well.
So, okay. Yeah, let me take a quick look at him.
He's not, he looks like a slave. Even with the hat on the other side, he looks like a slave.
Opinions expressed on the block with Jen are not necessarily the opinions of the host.
I don't. So that's the argument, whether he looks like. I mean, people are arguing.
So I'll go through that since we're almost done. I will go through the tweets again. The tweets just sounded like this. Black women were tweeting, his looks would probably pass during slavery, but not now. He's just hideous. Brother looks like a horny ass freedom fighter. He's like civil rights attractive, but outside of that era, it's a no for me. God did his thing, civil rights face and all, because they're talking about his new body. I completely see how mammies find him attractive. It makes sense. All you really have to do is be a black man, ugly or not. So those are some of the comments. Now, listen, some of that shit is fucking rolling on the floor hilarious. Imagine Chappelle said that.
Right.
Imagine Chris Rock said that. You know, we would be on the ground. We would be rolling around on the ground.
That's how my family talks.
Mm-hmm.
Like, so that's why when I hear stuff like that, I automatically bust out into loud laughter. I have to remember where I'm at sometimes before I start laughing at things. I'm not politically correct.
Yeah, that's hilarious though, Lee. Like, even when you're alone in your house, you're like, "Ooh, did I just get canceled?" Nobody's like, it's like the walls are listening and shit. Like, I didn't laugh at that.
I do that all the time. I'm like, you should see me and Bestie. Like, when we get a certain conversation, we go, kitchen table talk. It's just us two in the damn house.
But you see how we are being conditioned to not even have an opinion.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Do you see that?
I miss those days so much.
Listen, I'm trying to keep on the block that way. Yeah. I'm trying to keep on the block as best as I can. Because I'm like, we need a place where it's like, this is what the fuck I feel. And if, you know, yeah, it's like, this is how I feel. And it's no disrespect to you, but it's my opinion and I'm allowed my opinion. That's why I always say there are 50 million YouTube channels. You don't need to be here getting offended, honey.
Right. And going back to when we did another race-related topic, and you gave that disclaimer, like trigger warning, and I told you one of my good friends was like, oh, that is one of my triggers. Thanks, Jen, for letting me know. I'll see you all tomorrow.
Yep.
Right? Just that simple. Just that simple.
So I wonder if.
So before, I'm sorry, no, Saint. I'm sorry. I know we keep interrupting you. I promise this is the last one. I just wanted to throw in really quickly. Issa Rae did a movie called The Photograph. If you guys remember, and The Photograph, and Lakeith Stanfield played her love interest. I thought that was miscast. It was this movie here. Hold on.
Yeah, I was gonna just Google it. I'm like, I think I've seen that.
Yeah, I didn't watch it. This is The Photograph.
Okay.
It was called The Photograph. It starred Issa Rae and Lakeith Stanfield. I didn't think he was cast well for that either. I don't see him as a leading actor, a romantic leading actor, but a lot of people that wouldn't get cast back in the day because Hollywood's getting woke, they're just putting people in shit that you're like, oh, I wouldn't date that guy. So no longer do we have the romantic comedy with the fine guy and the cute girl. Now they just like, we're going to give you this guy. Like, imagine next up is Jonathan Majors as a love interest. I don't want to see him as a love interest, but I guarantee Hollywood's going to do it.
Yeah, no, I just looked at that. No, he's not a good looking guy.
I was laughing at how they was calling those women who were making those comments Ku Klux Klisha. Ku Klux Klisha.
Ku Klux Keisha's that shit.
You can't say that fast 3 times.
You can't. But it's
Ku Klux Keisha. Ku Klux.
Ku Klux Keisha's like
Ku Klux. Ku Klux.
I can't even say it at all.
right.
Yeah.
It's funny though.
Yeah. But the thing is, here at House of Matrix is funny. He's like, y'all gonna get canceled. And we'll be back a week later. Because here's the thing with the whole cancel culture. It's literally just a marketing plan. It's a marketing plan because social media and society is the World Wide West. I could say the most horrible things, and I promise you, I have 100 people in my DMs agreeing with me. That's how it is. Like 300 people disagree, but I can still move forward with that 100. It'll be like, I'm glad you said it because we were thinking it.
Yep.
That's how society is now.
Yep.
That's how society is.
Yeah.
Yep. That's how society is now. So no saint.
I told you that's what attracted me to you.
Thank you, Lily. Vice versa. No saint. Sorry. You may speak.
No, I was gonna say, I kind of wonder, like, are we programmed through Hollywood to think what looks like a civil rights or a slave or a look? You know what I mean? Because when you say that, you know, then I start thinking, and I'm saying, well, wasn't he in Roots? I'm not saying this guy. I'm saying like John Amos was in Roots, I think, right?
Yes.
And then Esther Roll. And so when you say it, it's like, oh, all right, is that what's influencing me who looks like, you know, who looks that way? And I think it might have an effect on, oh, this person looks like this and that person looks like that. Because, you know, we grew up seeing certain looks in these movies.
Well, okay. So let me respond really quickly. That was a nice save. And that's why we love you, No Saint. That was a nice save. But we all have, the blacks in our families. And we've seen pictures of our uncles and our grandparents and our great grandparents. So there was a look.
It's a look.
There, I can show you pictures of my father's side of the family.
When you put it like that.
So you have to talk to the source. We are the source, and we have pictures of our granddaddies and our grandmamas and our great granddad. And there was a look in the 40s and 50s as people started mixing. Features got softer, people got lighter, right? But back then there was a look.
Very true.
Well, no, there's certainly phenotypes. I know what you're saying. Like,
so it wasn't Hollywood. Like Hollywood didn't make me think that.
Lily was saying, like, there's like Ethiopians have a phenotype that doesn't look West African. I get that too. I know what you're saying. And as far as a look, yeah, all right. I mean, I get your point. I was just thinking to myself, you know, when you see old pictures of people from the past and we think, man, they used to look older, you know, a long time ago, but yet it's just the way, sometimes it's the way they dress, but this is a little bit different what you're saying because you're talking about relatives. So I mean, I'm going to take your word, you know, everybody's word for it there. But no, that's in my opinion, you know, I mean, I don't have the grandfathers that have that look or whatever. So that's why.
Like when I found out Fred Hampton, speaking of the age, was 21 years old, I said, get the fuck. But Fred Hampton was a baby when he was murdered.
Biggie died at 25. He looked like he was 40.
Yeah. So some people back then, people did look older. Were you like, holy fuck, like you were only 19?
They worked very hard.
Yeah,
they did.
You know,
they did.
Hot sun all day long.
Right.
Up, you know,
they earned their scars.
You don't
and
look old. You're gonna look older than you're supposed to look. Just bottom line.
Well,
I didn't understand this comment. Adam Hearn said, I think black women defending him are hiding their insecurities low key. I don't get that comment. Black women defending him or hiding their insecurities low key? I don't understand that.
Because
I don't know.
I feel like the women who are defending him are just as cool as the women who don't find him attractive. I don't.
Right. I think they really like him.
Right.
I think they really like him.
It comes down to an opinion.
Right.
Right.
Yeah, exactly. Because like I said, I like those type of features. That's my preference. Those quote unquote hard features, ethnic features. That's my preference.
Listen,
You know?
I've been known to date a Picasso or two, a facial Picasso. I'll leave it at that. I like abstract faces, right? I like little quirks in
Me too.
features. I
Yes.
dated a Picasso or two, right?
Right.
But Jonathan Majors is not a
He's not
Picasso.
your Picasso.
Right, he's not my Picasso. He has a smushed face, and I need him to stop doing
Yeah,
this.
his nose. There's something wrong with his nose.
Just stop
Yeah.
doing this.
Yeah, because even
Stop it.
with me loving those, even with that being my favorite type of features, that doesn't mean that I find him attractive.
Right,
I'm
they
just
have to sit.
saying
They have to sit a certain way.
they
The
have to sit a
features.
certain way, so even with them pointing those features out, it's like, oh, that's not the reason why I don't find them attractive. I just don't find them attractive because it's not sitting in the proper space.
And that's why, and not that these women need me to defend them, but that's why I say, right, I don't think it has anything to do with him looking too black, or because I'm like, if Tyrese in his prime, I can't stand Tyrese now, but Tyrese in his prime, wasn't nobody going to deny that Tyrese was fine. The women were all over him, right? Jimon Hansu, you know what I mean? Fine. Just a specimen, right? A specimen of perfection. So I don't think it's anti-blackness as much as he has a funny looking face. That's all. And some people do, and that's not race specific.
I think
Brad Pitt looks like a little white monkey.
Yeah, I think
I've always thought his features look like a little white monkey.
Yeah, Brad
But
Pitt.
women love Brad Pitt. Women love him.
They do.
And when somebody told me that, now I can't unsee it. Now he looks like that little white monkey to me that is usually in a movie on your shoulder. Now I can't unsee it. Sorry, Brad.
Yeah.
But I want to pass it back to No Saint because
Oh shit!
I don't think he wanted it to. I don't think he wanted that fast back.
Get in there, No Saint. Get in there.
I don't know where to go with that.
Get in there, No Saint.
He's like, hold on, you gonna go with monkey and then pass it back to me?
Yeah, right.
Right? Like right after the primate comment. It couldn't have been a zebra. You had to give me the monkey.
You know what's so crazy? How you remember you all remember a couple of years ago, Prada and Gucci got into a lot of trouble for making like those monkey looking.
Oh yeah.
Right.
Oh yeah.
So I was out one day with my manager, and this white lady, she's like proudly got her monkey mask on. And
Oh shit.
Oh my god.
Shit. Are you shitting me?
She just walking down.
I snatched it off her face.
Crazy than the devil.
Damn.
I was just like,
No ma'am.
okay, either she is out of touch. I want to believe she's out of touch.
Wow. Damn.
Because I was just like, you should have seen me because I'm in the middle of like, and she's just looking like, hi, no, don't hide me, bitch.
Right.
Oh God.
Adam Hearn, you don't complete your comments, so I don't know what the hell you be saying. He said, I used to bad until someone told me that was slave mentality. You used to what bad? You gotta watch your typos because then you can't. We don't understand what you're saying.
Yeah, that was a lost one.
Yeah, I don't know what you're saying. What did he say? Vegaverse said, well, West African, Senegal in particular has a group that have noses like people from India, the light ones, but they're darker than most of us. And let me tell you something, the Senegalese wrestlers, ooh,
A lot of them.
Dude.
They produce some fine ones.
Yeah. So I don't think it was
some Senegalese.
Hey, da. Necessary Evil in the building. See, Kevin Samuels Ghost said, I'm not gonna lie, Tyrese did a lot for the dark-skinned brothers out here.
Him and Wesley Snipes. Wesley Snipes is the one that really changed the game because before that it was I'll Be Sure.
Yeah, very
true. It was all about I'll Be Sure.
Yeah. unless you were me as a kid, I was all about darkness from Legend.
Me too. I'm about from the jump. I've never. It's always been about melanin for me. Just saying, like
not so much on the pretty boys. The pretty boys.
I've never been into
faces.
pretty boys.
Never. Yeah, I'm with you on. They gotta have a little roughness, something.
Yeah, something.
Yeah. And like you said, a quirk or like a
it's edgy. That make you go,
yeah.
Something off. It can't. The face can't be too. The face can't be too perfect.
It kind of brings too much.
Right. It can't be too perfect a face and it can't be too homely a face. Like Jonathan Majors he's like homely, like the way my uncle or my grandpa would look kind of, you know what I mean? That type of face. And yeah, I mean, we know what our elders look like. Okay, we're way past the monkey reference. You can come back in, no saying.
It's like, no,
I'm just listening. I'm like a fly on the wall here with the.
Saying,
Who you
Smart
guys
guy.
feel as your types, your looks?
Well, who do you think is who do you think is a white woman that people go ape shit over? Sorry, you said ape. What white woman do you think is attractive that people like? And you're like, I don't see it. She doesn't do it for me.
Oh my goodness.
I mean, a woman that's like, oh yeah, she's the one. You know who I would say? I mean, I'm not a Jennifer fucking Aniston.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Looks like
I didn't find her. I didn't.
Sean Penn.
Yeah.
If you look at Sean Penn's films back in the day when he was young, Jennifer Aniston looks like a young Sean Penn in the flesh.
Their face is like scrunched hair. Their face is all
yes, she looks like Sean Penn. Why people went crazy over that woman, I will never understand.
No,
she looks like Sean Penn.
I wasn't crazy about her, but when she was in that one movie, I found her. She had sex appeal, which was the one where she was like the boss or something. I think she was like the dentist or something like that. Remember when she was like almost like what movie was that? Where she was really forward.
Oh, I thought that movie was funny. I know what you're talking about. I know what movie you're talking about. I forgot the name.
Yeah, she showed her boobs a little bit, and like she showed a different side of her.
Ray Pearson, what's up, family? He said, "Nah, Jennifer Aniston looks like Shawn Michaels from Wrestling."
But yeah, I'm with you on that. I never found her like when she first came out.
Yeah, there was a big hoopla about her, and I'm like, this woman. But remember,
Cox is the same way though. I never found Courtney. They
made a big deal about her too.
All those friends to me were just like, not my.
But it's said, Lily, maybe I don't know what you think, Shelly, what you think. But it's said. I've heard a buzz that they said that Black women or Latin women have to be extraordinarily beautiful to lead films and be made a big deal of, but white women could be average as fuck, like a Jennifer Aniston or Sandra Bullock, Meg Ryan. Sarah Jessica Parker is hard to look at. That woman's hard to look at.
Erin, what's her name that played Erin Brockovich?
Because before Leslie Jones, oh God, I can't believe I'm about to say what I'm about to say. But this person is my favorite actor, so I can go ahead and say this. Before Leslie Jones, the only person we had that didn't give you that stereotypical extraordinary beauty on a Black woman was Whoopi Goldberg. Who else did we have besides Whoopi? That wasn't stereotypical. She had locks. She had, right. Like, and
she really broke barriers because she has a look in her face that's like, we can't cast you. What are we going to cast you in? She did break a lot of barriers, and she's an EGOT.
That was ugly.
She was the first EGOT, right?
Yeah, they always made her ugly.
Right.
First EGOT what?
Period.
What do you mean?
Emmy, Grammy, Oscar,
really?
Tony.
She was the first?
She was the best.
I don't know if she was. I don't know if she was the first.
It's only 3. I looked it up last week.
Rita Moreno.
Yeah, it's 3, and I had somebody mixed up because I gave somebody an EGOT that didn't deserve it. I thought that because I love this person, so I just gave it to him. Queen Latifah. And apparently, she's not. She's halfway there, but it's
Rita
Whoopi.
Moreno.
Yes, that's the first.
Oh well. Rita. Oh yeah. Okay. Maybe first Black woman. Then I'm sorry. No, it's probably the first Black woman. Yeah.
Yeah, Rita Moreno and
Jennifer Hudson, and now we have Viola Davis.
No way. Jennifer Hudson's not an EGOT.
Right. I feel because she drives me fucking.
Jennifer Hudson is an EGOT.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
That's shocking.
Listen, Vaughn said Meryl Streep, but Meryl Streep is an extremely good actress.
Oh my gosh, she's one of my faves. She's one of my faves.
She's
a gold standard.
She's one of my faves. Someone just made EGOT. I think it was
Viola Davis.
Yeah, Viola Davis did.
Last week.
I thought it was
look it up.
Really? I thought it was the other actress. It wasn't why is her
See,
name
here you go
escaping
giving out
me?
EGOTs too. Everybody, you get an EGOT. You get an EGOT.
No, I thought
you. You get an EGOT.
it was Viola Davis. It wasn't
It was her.
It was
Angela Bassett.
No,
Mm-mm.
It was
Bella. Yep.
okay.
The
All
big
right. So
news
we
with
got.
Angela Bassett is that she just looked good again that day. That was the big news.
Oh
that
my
day.
God.
She's gorgeous.
That's why I'm confusing it.
Right.
I love
It was
her.
stunning. Okay, so it was Rita Moreno, Whoopi, now Viola, and who else? Jennifer Hudson.
Child. I don't
How
even
did
know
that
she
get
has
past
a talk
me?
show.
That
How
one
did she
flew
have
over
a
my
talk
head.
show?
That means she got an Emmy, a Grammy. I know she got an Oscar.
Tony.
Yeah.
Easy to believe she got a Tony, although I don't know what plays she's been in. I'm sure she's done a lot of stuff. An Emmy. I'm wondering what she got the Emmy for. The Grammy, I
Must have been
understand, of course.
Dreamgirls.
Hmm?
Was it Dreamgirls? Was the one with Jamie Foxx? Was it Dreamgirls?
That's what she got the Oscar for.
Yeah, it had to be that.
She got an Oscar, but I'm wondering what she got the Emmy for.
She ain't been in a lot. Her movies aren't that great.
Chat, what did Jennifer Hudson get an Emmy for?
Okay, so let's see. It says Jennifer Hudson. So this was August of 22. Jennifer Hudson has officially joined the exclusive club of EGOT members. Let's see.
What was the Emmy for?
The Emmy was for it didn't say. Okay, it didn't say why. It didn't say why.
If you go to her Wikipedia, it should show you under awards. Let's see who's gonna get it first, chat. Go to Wikipedia, it should tell you what awards she's won.
It was for her show, I think.
Really?
It was for that talk show?
It can't be that. It can't be
Holy
that.
fuck.
Daytime Emmy Awards 2021 Baba Yaga? What's that?
Okay.
Baba
For
Yaga.
Baba Yaga?
What's Baba Yaga? Why are people getting awards for shit I never heard of?
I don't think any of us have heard of this.
I'm really curious now.
Baba Yaga? Like, what the hell is that?
I mean, fuck, congratulations for sure, but I never heard of that shit. See, people just get awards for shit you never
But now I'm
seen.
seeing something. No. Oh, that's
Daytime
another
Emmy
Jennifer.
Award. Oh, it's a Daytime Emmy Award, but for what the fuck?
Yeah.
Donovan said Hudson 40 was nominated for Best Musical for her work as a producer on the hit Broadway show A Strange Loop.
So that'll be the Tony.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But this, whatever this is, we don't know who that is, like what that show was about.
Fawcett Media said for her talk show. She got an Emmy for her talk show?
No, because she got the Emmy last year. The show just premiered this season. This is still the first season of her show. So she, right?
Come on, there's too many people. There's too many people here for us not to find out. What did Jennifer Hudson win an Emmy for?
I mean, right here it says Baba Yaga. That's what I'm saying.
Okay, Baba Yaga. Now what the hell is Baba Yaga?
Yeah.
Does it say what network? Because
okay, so it's 2021 for Baba Yaga, 2016 for Color Purple, the album. That's what was the Grammy for, and as well as Dreamgirls, and then 2006 Dreamgirls was Oscar for Dreamgirls. 2006.
Daytime Creative Arts Emmy Award for Outstanding Special Class Animated Program. All right, so she got it that way.
Huh.
And you're laughing, no saying, but you know exactly what I mean when I say she got it that way.
Right.
Right? Where there are EGOT winners who it's like they win because of their performance. And sometimes you can get an Emmy if you're just part of a production that wins that Emmy.
Makeup.
You feel me?
Yeah.
Just
You
like
feel
makeup.
me? Exactly. Hair, makeup, shit like that. Okay. Maybe
And,
that's
and,
why, because I had
That
no
makes-
idea. That's a great fun fact. I didn't know she was EGOT. Go ahead.
and now
Okay.
you have so many more opportunities to do stuff like that with
Yep.
all the different platforms and stuff. So,
Yep. Back in the day, it was hard to be an EGOT. It was a great feat.
yeah.
Now it's like, I mean, this girl has an Emmy. Oh, this one's gonna get you. Karuchi Tran has an Emmy.
Who?
Lily's about to quit.
I am. I'm about to quit. I'm like literally writing my resignation right now.
Oh
Like,
my God.
Karuchi Tran, Chris Brown's infamous Asian little thing, okay,
What?
has an
we
Emmy.
need to do a show. We
Wow.
need to do a show. I think you and I we've touched on this before, but we really need to do a show about the gatekeepers. We need them back. We need them back because
Remember before when we wanted them to be inclusive? Now it's
Right.
like her, him.
Yeah.
Wait a minute, time out.
it's too inclusive now to the point where it's like it means nothing anymore. Like I was having a conversation with a couple of major celebrities this morning. Jen, I told you who it was.
Yeah,
And we all felt the same way. It's like now when we accomplish certain things, it's kind of like, oh, okay. Like, because it's just like they're just giving them away participation. Like everyone gets a trophy award now.
Oh, I'm sorry, guys. Karuchi Tran has 3 Emmys.
Okay, yeah, that's it.
hey, Lily, I know exactly.
Lily, come back! Come back, Lily, please! Don't leave us!
I
Don't
know
leave
exactly
us!
what you're saying, Lily. Like, to bring it into a different realm, it's like it drives me nuts now when I'm watching a game or something. Oh, this guy just he just got his 100th yard hopping on his left foot. I mean, they make up, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's like he just broke a record. I'm like, that is a ridiculous record. I mean, who's keeping track of these things? You know,
So it says here, as a producer, Karuchi Tran has collected 3 daytime Emmys for the web series The Bay. Web series The Bay. Web series. I'll just leave it there. But again, I've been on indie films where guys have thrown producer credit at me because I scouted locations or helped cast. You know what I mean? So it's whatever. Get it how you live. But it's just not, in my mind, it's just these awards are not as prestigious as they used to be.
No.
Right. Hard.
They're just not, because they were hard to get back in the day. Ooh, they were hard to get. Now all you got to do is send a letter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like the Hollywood Walk of Fame. People are like, oh, we got a star. You got to, I think it costs about $45,000 now, and you fill out an application, and they throw your star down on the Hollywood thing. Like, yeah, it was like, oh, but a board has to overlook it. Yeah, a board that's going to want your $45,000 to throw your damn star. I mean, Trump got a star. Like,
Or the
you
blue
can
check
get
mark.
a star. Yeah, or the blue check mark that now you have to pay for on Twitter.
That you have to pay for. Like, but or Fashion Week. You know how exclusive those tickets used to be? Now they have them on sale. Like they have them for sale on like a regular site, like an Eventbrite.
So that's why the whole Love and Hip Hop cast is in the front row now.
Right, and that's why I don't go. I don't go to none of that stuff. Right? I don't fucking care anymore because I'm just like, it's just too accessible.
Yeah.
And this is the thing. Oh God, I guess we're like, we're gonna have to come back to this topic because I have a lot to say about it. Like,
yeah, we can.
I'm very passionate about this topic because I'm somebody who grew up with all the magazines and all of that stuff. But I wasn't one of those people who got so lost in it that I couldn't distinguish reality. Right.
Right.
It was my form of escapism. I knew to the point that it was like I was scared to meet certain favorites of mine because I'm like, no. I have a fantasy in my head and I need to keep that fantasy. And I'm afraid if I meet you and you don't live up to it, now you fucked up my childhood. Right. So like, and there's one person in particular who I'm friends with now, but when I first met this person, I was so like, oh, I don't even want to meet her because she's literally she has sung the soundtrack to my fucking life, right? So if she is horrible, this is like, I'm gonna have to go through therapy behind this shit.
That's what I tell people, all these people that are fanatics of certain celebrities and fans, actors, singers, rappers, whatever. I was like, you obviously don't know any famous people because The minute you start meeting them, you'll see these motherfuckers are less than normal.
Yes.
Yeah.
Are less than normal.
Yes.
Boring as fuck.
Yes.
Okay, a lot of idiocy in that business. Just these people have a talent to entertain. I'm like, oh, you definitely don't have any famous friends. Because if you knew these motherfuckers behind the scenes, and then what they tell you about the people that they know
right
in the business, because that's when they love to talk, don't they?
Yes,
Lily?
they do.
And you're like, oh, he really? Like the stuff I've heard. Ooh, listen. Gwendolyn G said Issa Rae started with a web series. We were downing Karuchi Tran getting an Emmy for a web series, and Issa Rae did very much start with a web series, but Issa Rae started grassroots. Wasn't nobody giving her no Emmy for an Awkward Black Girl. But Issa Rae did start grassroots, and then HBO picked it up and they changed it to Insecure. But Issa Rae started Issa Rae started, grassroots with Band-Aid and Bubblegum. What Karuchi Tran was working on regarding a web series had lots of production already. That's why it was up for an Emmy to begin with. So we're definitely not down in that.
I'm gonna give you the example of like the differences of the organic growth versus the manufactured growth. And people from our age group, we can see the difference, and that's why we don't go up for a lot of people. Like I usually don't do this, but for the sake of this conversation, I'm going to go ahead and do this. You can look at a Mary J. Blige and a Keisha Cole. Okay. The reason why we love Mary is because it was like they plucked Mary straight out the projects.
They sure did.
Right? Like seriously. And threw her in front of a camera. It was like, go. And it's like the Cardi B effect. It's like, Mary J and Cardi B have that effect, right? And then we watched her slowly evolve, naturally and organically evolve, because guess what? We were too. We were growing up. We were getting wiser. We were getting older. And so her music reflected our lives. It was so organic.
Right.
Then fast forward.
Frankie's dead. Vegaverse, Frankie's dead. Yeah.
Then they bring Keisha Cole out, and we loved her for those same reasons. It's like they pulled her out the alley, put her in front of the camera, said, go. And we was like, oh, and we're like rooting for her.
Right.
But they did something different with her. Immediately, they started to try to change her and polish her too quick. To the point it lost us. We were like,
because Keisha was rough when she first came out.
And then she just became.
She was trying to walk in them heels in them videos. You remember? Everybody know Keisha Cole. Ray, my nephew's about to get beat down. He says, speaking of white women, can we find Shorty from Carlito's Angels? That girl is a trick. Okay, she's for the streets, and she's not white. She's Brazilian. She's a trick. She's Brazilian. She presents white. If you were to see her, you're like, oh, cute little white girl. All right, guys. I know Lily has to go. I love this conversation, so we must revisit. Vegaverse said Keisha is still rough. Thank you guys for holding me down in the chat. I love you all. Thank you for the super chats. Don't forget, if you're catching a replay, hit me on the Cash App. I love getting Cash Apps when I'm doing my dishes because I'm so submissive. I do my dishes, Lily. Yeah, and I wear gloves and a little apron and everything. You should see it's adorable. It has the ass cut out and everything.
All of that good stuff.
You're a mess.
All right, guys. So meet us here tomorrow for Freaky Friday. We have Mr. Justin spinning the block. Mr. Justin is a dom coach. What is a dom coach, Jen? He teaches men to be more dominant, which a lot of you men need. Okay, less bitching, more manning up. Let's go back to toxic masculinity. Damn it, fuck! I'm
kind of missing the gatekeepers and toxic masculinity. I said it.
Fucking, you know what, Lily? Let's say it tomorrow too. Right. Let's remind the people. Let's go back. Okay, pause, everybody. Let's go back.
Yeah,
let's go back.
I mean it.
Thank you so much, Shelly, for being here. Are you gonna come back for Freaky Friday tomorrow?
I am.
Oh, nice. Okay. On Fridays we dress a little more sexy. We bring the girls out, all the girls.
Oh, the girls on the screen.
We do that. The guys come to see the girls. Isn't that right? No, Saint?
Okay.
That's right.
And no say drinks on Freaky Friday.
Well, I'm at work tomorrow, but
Damn it.
Ah.
You can drink and fight fires.
I can't
Don't be
drink
such a
tomorrow.
prude.
He said, I can't drink tomorrow. All right. Put some little ginger ale in your glass. All right, guys, we are out. Thank you so much for being here. Any last thoughts, ladies, gent?
I would like to revisit the conversation that we were starting to get in, and we definitely have to have Haran here because he's music as well. He's entertainment as well. Shelley, you've been around the industry as well. So I think we can have some really interesting conversation behind that.
Okay. We will definitely revisit that. All right, guys. Good night.
Night.
Good night.
I love you all.
Same to you.
Good.
Dismissed.
Class dismissed. Yeah. They're going to clip this up and be like, look what they said about Nathan B. All right, guys. So if you're here for any reason, hit that like and subscribe. Don't forget to support the show. Cash App on the block with Jen. I'll see you here mañana for our Freaky Friday. Hope to see you all in the building. Okay. And tomorrow night, we go on a little later, 7 p.m. PST. 10 p.m. EST. It should be interesting. And you guys want to know who Mr. Justin is, the Dom coach, check out my community tab. I posted when he was here on the last Freaky Friday. He starts at the 26-point mark and he starts talking to men about how to be more manly. And you guys need that. Okay. All right, guys. So see you mañana. I'm out. Good night. Good night.